Well, good day to you wherever you are. You join us on a day where the weather just may have an impact on a football match that has been much anticipated. It's dry at the moment, but the forecast is that it will be wet, perhaps very wet by the time the game is underway, and certainly by the time of the second half. The crowd, though, are here, and they are in good form. There's a right old cacophony going on. The atmosphere's terrific, and kick-off is moments away. One glance and you know where we are. It is one of the most recognisable arenas for the beautiful game in the world, and boy does it add to the occasion. This is the lineup we've been given. How do you read it, Jim?
Well, the modern version of that is a lot more fluid and flexible than in bygone times. There's a much greater understanding of the need for players to cover forward running, and it enables risk-taking while the gaps are filled. I'm very much a fan of it. There are a lot of people who seem to have kind of ignored it and just put it to bed, but it still works, it's still valid, and I think we're going to see it be successful here.
So it's away we go then. And he's surging through. And the finish! There it is!
Well, the whole idea is to start as you mean to go on, and that sets their tone beautifully.
Well, he was never going to miss from there. So much to aim at.
Well, I think the keeper has every reason to rip into that defence for allowing him to get into such a good position.
Dinamo Zagreb have an early lead. Good start. Well, here is the raid we were told to expect. Dinamo Zagreb have failed to win any of their last 5 away games. Tries one! Pushes it out wide. A real chance to break. Cuts it out. Tries to get it forward quickly. Get that clear. And it's been taken straight back. Forward it goes.
Well, they would seem to be trying to expose the centre of that defence to runners.
It makes for some terrific movement.
It does, and they may be hit on the break because obviously it requires numbers forward to stretch them out.
He's gone for it! We've got a goal!
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, if anyone in this stadium thinks they haven't got value for money, I give up.
Katarine has it out wide now. And that has been clubbed away. Has a shot! out to the flank, and now they can launch a counter. And it's got through. Can he get the shot away? Gets good distance on it. We've reached half-time. Genuinely interesting game here. Very, very watchable. 2 goals, 1 each. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Yeah, I think they'll be happy with that scoreline. I just hope the second half is as good as the first. It's been pulsating stuff.
That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. So it's back to business. Chance, he'll have a dip! He's got away with one there.
Well, one sloppy lapse like that can do a lot of damage, and it was triggered by the closing down.
Just brushed off the ball there. Big chance, hits one! Oh, and he's got good distance. Who's chasing? Here it comes. And the ball is out of play. Ah, now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. Played out to the right. Dinamo Zagreb keeping their men at arm's length here.
Yeah, I just think it's a conservative move to deny runners the opportunity of going beyond that rear guard.
Looks to set one up. Towering header! He's done well to get his head on that, but couldn't score.
Ah, this was all about good movement in the box, just to allow him to get to it.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. That's been won straight back. Hirovic, and the weighted pass. Gets it upfield. Can he score? Turns and goes back.
PES United are perhaps lacking a little composure when they need it most. Maybe sheer will can come up with the necessary...
He's been bundled over, that is a foul. And he is going into that little black book. Players protesting furiously, but there's little or no sympathy from the ref.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
And he's going direct. And out to safety.
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Ball's loose, who's getting there? Hirovic beats the offside trap. Goes for the cross. Another fruitless header.
Well, there's nothing wrong with the service. They've just been very wasteful in the air.
decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Massive leap! Harmlessly behind. Pushes it out wide. He's made sure that that won't get through. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. A game chock full of moments and talking points. It could have gone either way, but chose in the end to share its spoils. It ends in a highly entertaining draw. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Listen, the more this game went on, a draw was always likely to be on the card. So overall, I don't think anyone will be complaining too much about what they've got.
That's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening.